Hi, I'm Kissa. I'm an entrepreneur, wife, and mama based in Los Angeles, California. I use Notion to keep our crazy life as organized as possible. My family owns CO Creative Cartel, which is a parent company of companies like Ninong's Dessert Lab and Iza-Kuya, which are brands that sell products that are inspired by our Filipino-American heritage. So let's get into it, shall we? We have our essentials for the month of July. These are basically essentials that are musts for me for the summer break. So let's break them into categories, and let's start with energy, because your girl knows that she needs all the energy to keep up with 2 toddlers. The first thing is my espresso machine. So I got this for myself as a gift a couple Mother's Days ago, and I love it so much. I cannot live without it. And the main reason being, I don't want to just stick to K-cups or pods that are pre-selected brews for me. I want to be able to pick my own espresso beans, grind them fresh, and use that when I make my coffee. Another thing that I have on hand is matcha and instant coffee, just in case I'm not in the mood to do the whole process of pulling espresso and making a latte. I like to use that when I'm on the go and I don't have very much time. Okay, now that we got energy out of the way, let's talk tech. So first things first, the thing that I cannot live without when it comes to tech, aside from my phone, of course, is my iPad and my Apple Pencil. I basically have replaced my laptop with this. That way, if I'm on the go, I can grab it easily. It's a lot more versatile for me to bring around. And I love being able to work from home or work on things at a coffee shop or at an office. I like to have that flexibility. And now that a lot of the things that I work on are either in Notion or they're on a website or something like on an app, there's not a lot of disk space that I need where a desktop or a laptop is really needed. So I do have my desktop at home, but my iPad and my Apple Pencil are my go-to tech items. Now, my current case is the Magic Keyboard, and I do love it. I love the way the keys feel. It feels very much like a Mac laptop type of keyboard, which I love. But the thing that I do not like about this case is, since I use my Apple Pencil a lot, this doesn't fold back like a folio would. So I do have my eye out on a case on Amazon. I'll link it down below as well. I haven't tried it yet, so I can't vouch for it. I can't say that I recommend it, but I am going to be purchasing it soon, and I will definitely give you guys my review if I do or do not like it. The good thing about that case is it flips around and you can lay it flat, which is exactly what I'm looking for when I'm writing with my Apple Pencil. Like, I don't want to be writing on my iPad at an angle like this. It's just such a weird thing. I want it to be able to be flat and be able to write like I was writing on a clipboard or a notebook itself. So that's the only thing I don't like about this case. I have to take my iPad off and then write that way. The next thing that is a must for me, sorry, I keep looking down, it's because I have a list of things that I want to make sure I go over with you guys, is my Apple Watch. So the reason why it is a must-have for me right now is because I am currently using it as a pedometer. So my goal is to take 6,000 steps a day to start. And then over the course of 100 days, I'm going to be increasing it to make my goal 10,000 steps a day. So what I do is I have a little shortcut. They call it, I think, a complication, where if I lift up my watch, I can see in real time how many steps I've taken throughout the day. And that kind of keeps me accountable, because if it's in the middle of the day like today, if I'm not halfway through, then I know I gotta find a way to get my body moving. I either need to take a walk, I can have a dance party in the living room, I can walk around the house or do some chores just to get some steps in, and that will help me just kind of make sure that I stay on top of my steps throughout the day, instead of at the end of the day after dinner when I don't want to do anything anymore, realize that I'm so behind on my steps. Okay, moving on to business, there is only one thing that I want to share, and that is this dot card. So I got an ad for dot cards on Instagram, and I just have to say, even though I was a sucker for the ad, I love this thing. I needed more business cards, and one of the things that's really important to me is to minimize our business's waste. And when it was time for new business cards, I just kind of kept putting it off and off and off. And I decided, instead of purchasing business cards, I would buy Charlie and myself this dot card. So all you need to do is have whoever you want to share your contact information with get their phone, lay it up against the card, and your contact information will pop up. If they don't have that feature, or if it's not working for whatever reason, there's a QR code that's printed on the back. That QR code is specifically for you, and they can just scan that QR code and your contact info will pop up on their phone. What's going to pop up is your dot cards profile. So you can pick and choose what contact information you want to share. Within the browser of the dot cards website, they can add all of that information into their contacts without having to manually enter everything in. I love this thing. I cannot wait to use it. We just recently got it, and we have a pop-up on August 3rd and 4th, and I'm going to be displaying mine, and Charlie's going to be displaying his. And if people ask for a business card, this is what we're going to share. I believe a card is $20, which is way more affordable than getting business cards printed, and you don't have to get them printed over and over and over again. You can always update your information on the dot cards website, so you're not having to reprint if you change your phone number or if you change your email address or whatever it might be. So I love it. I cannot wait to use it in action, and I'll definitely get some B-roll of us using it at a pop-up so you guys can see. Watch a break. Okay, now moving on to the piece de resistance. What I have to keep the kids' needs met, like if they're hungry or thirsty, what I'm using for when we go out, for carrying their diapers and all the things that they need. So let's get into that, because this is probably the longest part. So first things first, we're in the heat of summer. We're in Southern California, and it is hot this season. I remember last year it wasn't so warm and humid, but this year, this summer is brutal. So one of the things that we cannot live without is a portable fan. So this is the one we currently have. It is charged by a USB-C, and it's great. I love it. It's definitely very, very useful, but it's definitely getting its use. So I do have one that I have my eye on. I just can't justify getting a brand new fan just yet, especially if it's currently working. So the moment that this is done and it just stops working, I'm going to link the one that I do want, that I'm going to be purchasing when ours breaks. So another thing that has been a game changer are these Bent Go lunch boxes. I have some stuff in here right now, but I will open up one for you. I have one each, one for Micah, one for Jelly. That way they each have one. And they are insulated, they are dishwasher safe, and they have little compartments so you can see. So this one has 4 compartments. This piece comes out. If you want a larger compartment, it'll turn into 3 compartments. But we got this at Costco. It was a pack of 2, and I'm going to link the same ones that I got from Costco, but the ones on Amazon. If you do have a Costco membership, I highly recommend you get it from Costco, because I did notice that it is cheaper for the 2. at Costco. So the kids love this thing. They just kind of know that it's their lunchbox. So whenever we go to the beach, we recently went to the beach, whenever we go to the park, whenever we're going out, I basically bring this with us. And then when they're hungry, I can take it out. When they're done, it's really easy. It's spill proof. So whatever I have in there doesn't spill out. And then, like I said, it's dishwasher safe. So at the end of the day, when we come back, I just throw it into the dishwasher, run it, and it's ready for the next day. Next thing is an insulated water bottle. So this is from the Reduce brand, and I love this one. One, because it fits in a cup holder, because see how it gets slimmer at the bottom. Two, it has a handle for the kids. And three, it's a twist top that has a straw and a sippy cup feature. So I love these just because it's so much easier to clean than some of the water bottles for kids out there. I can't tell you how many I've tried that either spill and spill a lot, or there's just so many parts and so many little crevices that mold can grow. It's not worth it. This is nice and simple. It's insulated. So what I usually do is put a couple ice cubes in their water. That way it lasts and it stays cold throughout the day. So definitely recommend. I'm going to link these ones as well. We, once again, got these from Costco. I'm a Costco mom, what can I say? But we got a 2-pack from Costco. Great deal. But I will link the ones that are on Amazon. They're the same ones. And it drips so slowly that I can easily catch it and be like, oh, okay, flip it back up or pick it up, put it right side up so that there's minimal spillage. My 1.5-year-old, I can't even tell you, for whatever reason, she just wants to lay her cups on its side instead of it standing right side up. And so sticky floors, all kinds of puddles, slips, you name it. It's just part of our life right now. And so a cup like this saves me from minimal mess. Next thing is my mom bag. So I have a few different baby bag options depending on if we're going to be out for the whole day, if I'm going by myself, or if Charlie's going to be coming, because he has his own baby bag that he likes to carry that's more of like a backpack. I have a backpack as well, but for July, it is not the business. I do not like having heavy bags on my back because then my back just gets all sweaty. I get sweaty here where the straps rest. I'm not into it. So usually in the hot months, in the summer months, I like to have a tote bag, which is what I carry. I'll show you the one that I currently carry. I'll link it in the description as well. This is the Baze. Is that how you pronounce it? The Baze bag. And I just got this. My sister-in-law got it for me at a sample sale, and I immediately fell in love with it. Main reasons is because it's oversized, but it's light. So the only thing that really gives it weight is whatever I put inside. And then not only that, but it has pockets here, has pockets on the side, and then it has 2 straps if I want to wear it over the shoulder, which I usually do, or when it's really heavy, there's the mini straps that I can either put like this on my wrist, or I just hold it like a briefcase. It has a space for my iPad and Apple Pencil, and then there's extra pockets in here where I throw in my wallet and my keys, and then it's where I also put our diapers and stuff. And then right in the middle is a big giant pocket. So there's so many pockets, so many places to put things to keep them organized. And then on top of that too, there's a pocket back here that unzips. So if we're going on a trip, which we're hoping to go on our first family trip either at the end of this year or sometime at the beginning of next year. So if you zip this can slide right over your carry-on or your rollaway luggage, so that it has that, I forgot what they call it, but it's like that travel pocket, so that it can sit on top without it falling off of the luggage. Highly recommend. I love that bag for the summer because it holds a lot, but it's also not, making my back sweat because it's laying on against my back. Oh, also, that base bag, these two side by side fits perfectly inside that bag. So it was meant to be. Okay, 2 more things, I promise. The next thing that we cannot live without this summer is our stroller wagon. So we have the Even Flow Explore Pivot stroller wagon, and I love that thing. I love that thing so much. It's one of my favorites. Just because it's so versatile, and not only can it carry your kids, but if they want to walk and you're carrying big bulky things, you can carry your stuff in there as well. It has a snack tray that can go in the middle, so while you're pushing the kids, they can eat their snacks. They're facing each other. As a person that goes to Disney fairly often, this is not our Disney stroller. So when we go to Disneyland, we have a different double stroller that we use. But for every other occasion, whether we're going to the beach or we're going to the park or we're going to a pop-up or some kind of festival or whatever it may be, this is the stroller that we take, and we have definitely used it. It's gotten a lot of love, but there's a good reason. It's just a great stroller for, especially if you have 2 kids, it's a great stroller to have. And then finally, the other thing that I have to say is a game changer for us, and I mentioned it in my Instagram stories, is our thermocell that we use to repel mosquitoes. I cannot tell you how effective this thing works for mosquitoes, at least where I live in California. I bought 4 of these things for whenever we have parties here at our house. What I usually do is I will take the thermocell out and I will turn it on, let it, do its thing for 5 or 10 minutes before we go outside. No mosquito bites. Whenever we have parties, I'll take the thermocell, I'll put it underneath the tables before the party starts, and whenever I do that, I ask my guests, did they get bitten by mosquitoes? Were there any mosquito issues? Nothing. So I know that it all depends on where you live, how intense those mosquitoes are, but for us here in SoCal, these work like a dream. I'm sorry guys, I'm now on my iPhone because my GoPro died. So anyway, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, if you like this content, please do hit subscribe. I'm going to be coming out with more videos soon. The next video is going to be Notion based, so make sure you stay tuned for that. If you want to connect on a regular basis, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll put a link to my Instagram account down below. DM me and let me know that you found me through my YouTube channel, and I'd love to connect with you. Thanks again. I hope you're having an amazing day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.